people what they put their money on. I'm all in on OKC.
Indiana got that dog in them.
Will egg prices go up this month?
I think we'll hit $20. How many hurricanes do you think we'll have this year?
Kalshi lets you legally trade on anything, anywhere in the U.S.
OKC!
OKC!
Kalshi spent $2,000 on this AI ad that ran during the NBA Finals. And it was actually quite a wild success because it got 10 million impressions. Yeah, I wanted to test out recreating this ad using Veo3 myself, but that was a huge mistake and regret for me. I put in $20 into the fal.ai account thinking, okay, this is going to be great. I'll be producing a $2,000 ad, but I was left, unfortunately, with a reality when this is what I got from Veo3.
Indiana got that dog in them.
So in this video, I'll be comparing Veo3 to this new generation model, Seedance 1.0, which is really changing the way image generation is happening right now. And I'll also be giving away a free end-to-end template for you to use and create viral ads for yourself. A new ad for you live and kind of show you what I've been playing around with Seedance. And next, I'll be showing you the real cost comparisons and the benefits and drawbacks of Veo3 versus Seedance 1.0. And finally, I'll be giving away this whole template so you can go ahead and generate viral AI ads for yourself in a couple of clicks and at a fraction of a cost. You won't be paying $2,000 for an AI ad. So if you're new to this channel, I'm Namisi and I help business owners see the real use cases of AI and where it's making the biggest impact in the way businesses do things. I've spent over 1,000 hours building AI systems for businesses, having completed multiple client projects, and I share everything that I learn right here on this channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into the automation, and I'll also kind of show you what it does produce and kind of the drawbacks of Seedance versus Veo3 with an ad which I created just last night with this whole system, which I'll be giving away in this video. So let's get into that.
Imagine dinner on a secluded Maldivian beach, powder soft sand underfoot, a golden sunset painting the sky, and just the two of you. Or stand hand in hand before the timeless pyramids of Giza. Snap memories where ancient wonders meet modern romance. Or share the thrill of Dubai's electric nights. Feel your hearts race as Formula One cars fly by, city lights and fireworks reflecting the spark in your eyes. 3 journeys, 1 promise, unforgettable moments together. Which adventure will you choose?
So that was the ad which I created just using this end-to-end system. All it took was 1 form submission and a couple of minutes of your time. Just have to click it and wait for it to generate it. And this is very comparable with the Kalshi ad, which was $2,000, and that ad which I made cost somewhere around $10 to $15 for the whole generation, including the 11 Labs voiceover and the CapCut editing. We want to recreate something similar to that ad, and I'll also kind of, while it's generating, I'll walk you through the considerations of AI voice ads, why it's important for business context, and what this means for the future. And so yeah, we're just gonna execute this workflow. It's a simple form submission, and we're gonna pretend that we're a travel agency selling a package to 3 destinations. So we can say 3 travel packages for a getaway. We can say for getaway. We can say 1 package to Japan, the other package in, you can kind of all say this in natural language. It's put into a ChatGPT step so it understands what you're saying. The other package in, let's say, I don't know, Thailand, in the last one in, say, London. Target audience, we can say 35-year-olds. And any specifics, you can kind of give the AI prompt a bit more information of like what you want to see in the video. We can just leave this blank, it's not really important. And you can decide if you want to generate audio or not generate audio. I'll kind of show you both and the drawbacks of doing such. But let's say we're just going to generate audio here. So we're going to submit this form. Form submitted. So what's happening here is going through the whole automation, and I'll show you the output once it's done, and walk you through that specific automation later down the line when I'm explaining the workflow. So you see, that Kalashi ad cost $2,000, and it was shown in the NBA Finals amongst other ads which are costing $400,000 or more to produce. So that kind of just shows where the world is going with these AI video generations. And for Disney, a multi-billion-dollar company, to approve such an ad, you can see it was obviously AI generated. Like in the first clip, you could see like the woman's face was a bit blurry and stuff like that. And yeah, so the world is going in the direction of video AI ads. The world is listening, and whilst this is happening, because big advertising agencies had dropped 23% after ads like that just got released, because you can produce ads like this for local businesses and small businesses for $10, $30, $40 instead of these $2,000 budgets, which these big multinationals or enterprise companies have. The direction which we're going in for AI video generation. And now let's also look at the costs of Seedance versus Veo3. Now, Veo3 is great, don't get me wrong. Once you can get it right, it produces really crazy results. You've probably been seeing all those Bigfoot Yeti memes on TikTok and everything like that. And literally this Kalashi adds a testament to like what it can produce. But I think it's quite misleading, because those clips, they're handpicked, right? If you go into Veo3, you go into fal.ai, whatever you want to generate your Veo3 videos on, you'll see that the first generation will probably suck. Here's mine. You can kind of see what the first generation was, and you can see the clip which I was trying to imitate. It doesn't work. It's quite poor, but the technology advances, and we'll get there very soon. And once that happens, it'll be actually quite a monumental moment, I think, because you can produce crazy ads like that quite quickly. So yeah, about the costs, this will cost like anywhere between $10 to $15 to produce like a 30-second ad. So the Seedance costs $1 per 8-second clip versus Veo3's $6 per 8-second clip. That price is also a bit misleading on Veo3's side, because that 8-second clip will not always be usable. Like we've seen in the previous video which I tried to generate, that is not that video is just not very usable in a business context, or when you're trying to actually produce ads to be seen on national television or on your Facebook ads, Meta ads, whatever. And also, objectively speaking, people prefer Seedance 3's video generation. You can kind of see from this leaderboard over here that it is top of the leaderboard for video generation, and it just goes to show that Seedance is really quite good at understanding prompts and producing video generation. I'm sure with time, Veo3 can get a lot better, and also Seedance 3 can get a lot better with producing video ads for your business, right? But here's the thing about Seedance, right? I think it's the biggest drawback here, unfortunately, is that it can't generate audio. So there is a workaround to generate audio. You'll see here in the workflow, which is already baked in for you. It can't generate audio, so you have to kind of put background music on top of it, or you can put like an 11 Labs audio narration like you saw in the demo video which I showed you. Now, this is not the biggest deal, because you can still tell a story through visual storytelling with great audio in the background and some narration. But I think it is a really it's a big consideration that you have to make between Veo3 and Seedance. So what does this mean for video generation? Veo3 is great if you can get it to work, but it's very expensive and it's unreliable. But Seedance really does make it work quite quickly, and it's objectively really good when it gets it right. It's just all about prompting, but this template has the prompts for you. Seems like while we're talking, we've got 2 videos, and I'll kind of walk you through them. And this is all controlled by Google Sheet, so we'll go over to that Google Sheet and I can kind of show you what was produced by the system. So we've got the Google Sheet which controls everything here. We've just got a couple of columns which have different headings, and we can just jump into one of them. It'll download to my laptop. It was not the best one, I won't even lie. If we come back to the video prompt, you can kind of change the prompt here, and then you can click redo, and it will redo the whole video for you. And you can kind of see it had the ambient sounds really. So in post-production, you're going to have to stitch these together, unfortunately. It's not fully like automatic and automated. You can just put them into a CapCut, Premiere Pro, all of these things, and put some audio over it and music. And if we come to this one, we can kind of also see what it produced and see if it's maybe better. So here's the next one. change the prompt yourself and kind of get what you want. And you can also just remove this if you don't want any sound. You can just put in like this. If you just go like this, put in like 2 quotation marks, that'll just remove the sound for you, so you can just generate the video. We're going to wait for this third one to come in and kind of see what it produces. But in the meantime, let's say we want to redo this one. So to do that, we're just going to just make sure that this one is ready, because in the next N8N automation, which redoes these things, it searches by which ones are ready or on redo. So we're going to tag that as redo, and we're going to come to the next N8N workflow, which redoes the video ads. So here's the next workflow. We're just going to execute the workflow. It's going to read the whole sheet and see which ones are on redo. It's going to get them and it's going to keep them. It's going to redo it. So it's going to go through the whole process again. We don't generate the prompt, because you can edit the prompt, we can keep it the same and just hope that it delivers more on what you have in mind the next time around. And yeah, so we're going to wait for that to just kind of reprocess and see what we can get out of that. In the meantime, let me give you the full system breakdown so you can kind of see what happens here and you can understand the workflow. So this one, this form submission just basically gets your input, what type of ad you want to create with these field names, and they're required, some of them aren't. So we've got 3 scenes here. We've got scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and we've got a JSON object which basically gets looped over and produces the video for each scene, and that's why it takes a couple of seconds to produce the whole video. So we check if it's generating audio or not, and if it is, we kind of make the video prompt, and then we also have an audio prompt. So this prompt basically is just the scene to video prompt converter. We've just given it that role, so it kind of gets into that frame of mind here. And what it's just getting in is the scene description, and then it's just producing a video generation prompt based off of best practices. We also need an audio prompt because we are using a workaround which requires us to create an audio prompt for the specific video which we're going to add audio to, and I'll kind of also show you the model that we're using there. All of these are using fal.ai, and I'll also just walk you through that quickly. We're just generating the video here. So you've got your authorization here. You can just put your key here. I'll probably delete this one just because it's for YouTube. And yeah, you just can see the status, the request, response, URL, and we kind of use this to check if it's ready or if it's not ready. And if it is ready, we can just move on to the next step. We just check the status by using the previous status URL right here. Just put that there, and same thing, key authorization. And if it is ready, we download the video to get the URL, and then we upload it to Audio V2. So that is how we're kind of getting the workaround of no audio for Seedance. And yeah, I'll kind of walk you through, and we kind of do the same thing next. We check audio status, if it's ready or not. If it is ready, we download the video, add it to the Google Sheet with the prompt and everything that's there. So I'm quickly going to walk you through fal and kind of exactly how it works. So this is fal. It's basically like a library of just different models which you can use to produce image to video. You can produce text to video, text to image, and just different things. So here is Veo3. You can see that with audio on, it is 75 cents per second. So times that by 8, that's the maximum time which you can have for a Veo3 video. It gets quite expensive. So if we go to the models which we are using in this N8N scenario, we're using Seedance to generate the videos as mentioned. And this is kind of what you can get if you get the prompting down, which is a very good image. But also just keep in mind that these are handpicked, so you can just use the image generation model or video generation model. And we're also using Audio V2 to work around Seedance's lack of audio. So the 2 things that we put in here are the video URL, obviously the one that you're trying to recreate with audio, and the audio prompt. That's why we use ChatGPT to create an audio prompt based off the video generation prompt. So those are the 2 endpoints we're using. And if we come back to the N8N, you can kind of see here that everything is done. And then we just add it to Google Sheets. And I think the redo is done now, so we can kind of walk through that and see what it produced. So this is the one that we redid, so you might as well have a look to see if it's production ready now. This is all raw and blind, so we kind of working together to see the generation capabilities. Slightly better, but That's a bit dodgy. I think, yeah. So yeah, it'll take a bit of prompting here and just working back and forth with it to finally get like what you want. But this is where the technology currently is, and I don't want you to kind of go into it with a false sense of what is possible. It takes a bit of back and forth to get to the real output and outcome that you would want. If you want access to both end-to-end workflows, just go to the second link in the description. You can just download them from Google Drive. If you want me to build something custom like this for your business and obviously generates a whole lot better videos, just hit the first link in the description down below to book a free AI audit with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, where I break down the real reality of where the AI technology is right now, and also kind of give you the templates like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.